And I'm so happy.
Hey you all, welcome to Penning Silly Thoughts. So this is another travel video about my trip to Bled. Now Bled is a part of Slovenia, which is a small underrated country in Central Europe. But somehow Bled is full of tourists because of the famous lake Bled, which has amazing stunning views. So a few tips before you plan your trip to Bled. Find accommodation in Ljubljana. It's a bigger city and has more facilities as compared to Bled, and there are daily buses that commute between Ljubljana and Bled. Third is that a day or two are sufficient for your stay in Bled if you only want to do the touristy highlighted parts like walking around the lake, visit Triglav National Park and hiking to viewpoints. Apart from that, you can relax and sip coffee in cozy cafes. So that's about the tips. For me, I stayed in Bled and I stayed there for 2 nights. And I swear, I had the best hostel experience in Bled. Super awesome Slovenians. They are so polite, so kind, so warm. And the hostel was the coziest one. Like, it was clean and really cozy, and the host makes sure that you're comfortable and you're happy staying there. So back hostel, you did a really great job. So my first morning in Bled, and it was raining. The weather in Bled is very dicey. You cannot rely on weather forecast. 1 minute it is sunny and the next minute it starts raining. So I just hope that it won't rain, it'll be fine and I'll be able to go to the hikes that I wanted to do. So I stayed in hostel for some time till it finally stopped raining around 10 a.m. and I set on my first hike to Straza viewpoint. So this is a typical touristy area of Bled, shops, restaurants, casinos, and far on the top you can see the Straza viewpoint. So there are 2 different trails to reach the Straza point. One is through the grasslands and meadows, which is quite simple, but the second one is through the foresty area. I decided to go up the point through the grasslands and come back through the forested area. Heading down, camera inside the bag, rest inside the jacket, and let's go.
Hey, so I'm going to take this jungly route, and my friends, I'm really afraid of jungles. But then I thought, chuck it off, let's just do it. And this is what I'm going to take.
I wanna see the light.
Since it started raining before I even reached the viewpoint, I was drenched in rain by the time I came down. So I treated myself with some coffee and Bled cream cake, which is a must-try dessert. So after taking a small break in my hostel, I started off with my next hike to Ostrika viewpoint.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us.
So I took the trail which was shown on the Google Maps, and the funny thing that there were 3 different trails that were shown and all of them seemed to be a dead end. There was not a clear route. So I went to all 3 of them and came back, and I was like, what should I do now? And then I headed back to the meadows area where I met a woman and she guided me to the right direction through a park, and finally I was able to see the Ostrika starting point.
But I have to reach down by it gets dark, before it gets dark and before it starts raining, because I'm not wearing the right footwears and I don't want to slip and get lost. But thankfully there are people here, but I want to still reach down before it gets dark and just sit by the lake for some time to relax my whole body. Made it, and I'm down and you can see the beautiful lake behind me. You're going to be fine, just don't act smart and try to take shorter route. I tried to do that and slipped. I'll show you my picture, but take the right route and walk slowly and confidently, you'll be fine.
Last day in Bled, and just when I thought that I have had the time of my life, I saw my first double rainbow, full rainbow and a second rainbow. It was one of the most surreal feelings ever. So you can see one rainbow near the pole which is not very clear, and one on the right hand side which is very clear.
On that side, but it's not raining at all on this side. That's pretty cool.
So guys, that was it about my experience in Bled, and I'm sure you'll have a great time in Bled. And even if people say that Lake Bled has the best views during a sunny day, I would like to disagree to that, because it had pretty dope views on a clouded day as well. If you're interested in reading about a detailed experience of my first solo hike, I'll drop in a link in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Like this video if you enjoy touring the city with me, and if you have been to Bled already, do comment in below how was your experience like. Was it sunny? Was it rainy? Was it cloudy? And if you have not been to Bled yet and have started thinking about it, just drop in a question about itineraries, tips, and I'll be happy to help you. Just drop in your queries in the comments and I'll respond to you. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.
Can you see these dark clouds? This is going to rain so bad.